Hey, welcome back to Thronebreaker. What's going on with these chaps?
Brave warriors, fled so fast, didn't manage to pack. Beautiful sword. Not a scratch on it. Our army showed well in the parade, but when it came down to it, it's of no real use to me. Take it if you'd like. Left in the fields, it'll go to waste.
Yeah, thanks. I guess it was a wooden sword.
Fled so fast, didn't manage to pack.
Uh-oh. Cool puzzle battle. Nilfgaardian military superiority was so immense that even Imperial reconnaissance units posed a serious threat to Meave's modest army. Rather than retreat and await reinforcements, the Nilfgaardians decided to take the offensive. Eliminate the spotters before they escape. Alright. Okay, so here's how this one works. Quite an interesting one. So these spotters, as soon as we place someone on their row, they're going to start moving back a row each turn at turn start. So if we do this one, it jumps there, it's going to alert that one, and then they'll all start moving. If they get off the end up here, we're toast. So, we'll start with the pitfall trap on the back row, because they're all going to be getting up there eventually. So now we want to play our Wagenberg on the back row here. So that's going to alert this one now. So he's going to move, and that's fine. So now let's play our Arbalest also on the back row and attack one of these. And now they're all going to move back. Then we play our other Arbalest here. Then we'll attack one of the sixes. It doesn't really matter which one. Then we'll enter there. Now they're all on the back row. So now we want to use our Wagenberg and do that. And then finally play the Rivian Sapper, damage unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. So that's
Don't you worry yourself, you crazy. We'll get it done in no time.
And there you go. You're gonna make me attack one of my own people, aren't you? Okay. There we go. From Andrew Yolka, bookkeeper, to Colonel Lucan Zorna. As instructed, the regimental treasury was transferred to the village of Yedlin, south of camp. In order to minimise the chance of enemy interception, the chests have been concealed under the bridge. I have also begun the withdrawal of supplies towards Aldersburg. May the gods watch over us both. So, good, we got a key. I think there's a locked item a bit further up. Well, there's a chest there as well. So a few of those missing. How are we doing on the map? Pretty good. Yeah, here's a locked item, so that's probably that. Let's send the scouts out again. They can't be too much. Okay, so good. Everything's all revealed. So let's go grab this treasure. Now we can get some chaps as well. Excellent. Congratulations, you can use this avatar in the Gwent multiplayer card game. Yeah, okay. Alrighty then, so which way? So hold up. Let's have a look at camp here. Command tent, what's new here? Oh, there we go, these guys are Rivian Sapper. Yeah, that's quite a good card actually, I do like that one. The Pikeman as well. And the Hadjuk. So it's Hadjuk, so that's from the upgrade we got last time. It could be useful, but we got Reynard for that as well. But the sappers I like. I want to increase this max one so I can also get Isabel in there because she's 22. That's a lot of clout there. So what do we need for that? This one. Okay, well, quite a lot. Another 1,500 gold, another 400 wood. Okay.
Maeve shook her head in disbelief as she surveyed the landscape before her. The Nilfgaardians had destroyed everything in their path. Burned farms, trampled fields, leveled orchards.
The bastards.
She hissed.
They mean to cause a famine.
When the Lyrians reached Braithwaite, a small village near Aldersburg, they saw gaunt men and women, more bone than flesh, gnawing on acorns and boot leather. The invaders had requisitioned every scrap of the village's food stores and hauled it off to their nearby camp. In strained voices, the villagers begged the Queen to help them retrieve their supplies.
Milady, Frost'll come before we know it. Fair't help us. Why not a soul will live to see the thaw?
Maeve looked around at the blackened, scorched village, at the walking skeletons who dwelled in it. The suffocating smoke bellowing up from the fields sent tears streaming down her face.
I'll do what I can.
Was all she said. She knew this was not the time for a rousing speech. She needed to act.
And act we shall.
Milady, have mercy. We'll waste away and starve. Milady, have mercy.
Which way do... Okay, so yeah, we want to go north. Alright, that's fine. Anything else over here? Just in there, okay. Alright then, let's sort these nilfs out, shall we?
The Lyrians reached the outer defenses of the camp where the Nilfgaardians had taken Braithwaite's food stores. Rayla delivered her report.
3 heavy infantry regiments, Nazairi arbalists,
The warrior said.
and I heard neighing, so they've cavalry as well.
Maeve said nothing, working it over in her head. The fate of the starving villagers weighed on her heart. But was it worth risking heavy losses to aid them?
Yes, of course.
The Nilfgaardians keep food in storage and watch it rot while peasants perish from hunger. Will we allow this?
The Queen said, addressing her soldiers. Cried the soldiers.
I didn't think so.
Maeve said with a smile as she drew her weapon.
Lyrians, attack!
Okay, short battle. Maeve wondered whether a single Nilfgaardian felt shame for seizing food from a defenseless peasant, condemning him to starve slowly and painfully. Would he endure sleepless nights, plagued by nightmares, perhaps turn away in disgust upon seeing his own reflection in a looking glass? She had her doubts. Okay, it's just a bit of a one-round skirmish, I think. Don't think there's anything special about it. Ooh, okay, maybe there is. Let's get rid of knickers. Let's get rid of the elf and onion suit this time. Yeah, fire, I like a bit of that. Reynard, good. Yeah, we'll keep him in there. Let's get rid of the crushing trap. Pitfall, I like a lot. Okay, I think that'll do.
Today our swords shall taste imperial blood.
Okay, so what have we got? A castle gate, permanent resilient. Every turn on turn start, boost a random ally by 2 and give it 2 armor. When we destroy it, destroy all palisades and boost all enemies in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 2. Okay, so we've got to destroy this. 25 armor, alright. Strengthen all allies by 1. Okay. On every turn on turn start, boost a random ally by 2. Okay. Right then, let's get to work, shall we? Might as well use this straight away, I think. To just do straight 8 damage. Like that. Okay, and let's use this too.
This could hurt.
Okay, we don't get to use the fire ability, but that's okay.
101, 102, 103.
After 2 allies appear, boost self by 6 and gain resilience. Pitfall, I can't put that there, can I? So I might as well put it at the back. Because everything they get is going to go in the back there, so that kind of helps. That's all I can really do. Or I could attack it, I suppose. Probably best to attack this, though. Just keep chipping away at it, you know.
152, 154.
Okay. Could set them on fire as well. Yeah, actually the slingers aren't going to be too much use here because I can't actually move them. That's kind of wasted, actually. Okay, well let's set them on fire.
Watch your heads!
Damage an enemy by 2 whenever a charge appears. Yeah, okay. Right, so I'm actually going to do damage here. Let's try a slinger, see if we can do anything with them.
Slings, they hide well.
Just attacks them. Okay, that's good enough, I suppose. Although yeah, I should probably be attacking this thing. Okay. So let's do this again. Can I target this one? I can. Okay, well at least I can damage it a bit. Probably, yeah, should have targeted it with the other one too, but never mind. Let's use usability. It's going to boost these a bit, but okay. So how else am I going to do damage here? Well, let's bring... yeah, Gascon's not so much good either, because there's not so much moving between rows. Maybe the Treacherous Storms can help us out a bit here. Let's decoy one of these slingers back.
Order will triumph. It must triumph.
Whenever this ally is destroyed, this unit... whenever an ally is destroyed, this unit loses 25% of its current power. Okay.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Okay, gotta keep up on the attack in here.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
El Herzer.
Might as well play Reynard. So really could do with fire destroying one of these. That would help us out here a lot. But I also need to get this down as much as I can.
Yes.
A nice lot of charges, but I don't think it's going to be enough somehow.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Oh, I've got to use it now. Okay. Okay, is that enough?
Your Grace, the battle's won.
Ooh,
Secure
okay.
the storehouses.
So yeah, that scepter is really going to come in useful.
Neve managed to rout the Lyrian troops and regain the stolen supplies. However, the Queen's good humor faded soon after the battle. Her soldiers began loudly demanding she not return to the village, but keep the food for her troops.
We've nigh empty bellies too, my lady. And whatever we give them, the black-clad bastards will just steal right back. Better to strengthen our own army than the enemy's.
That's a good point. You know what? I'm glad there's a middle option here. We'll go half and half.
Easy it would have been to take offense at the soldier's words, to accuse him of greed. But his words held much merit. Meave's army had no less need for the food than the peasants, and in war-ravaged Edirn there were few chances to replenish their supplies. After a moment's hesitation, the Queen announced her decision.
We shall divide the food. Half we return to the peasants, half we keep for ourselves.
Alright, we're eating wood apparently, that's fine. I think that was the right way to go. Ooh, I have enough to get our... yes, we do. Can expand our fortress again. Let's check, okay, we're all good there. So let's do that. Completely cleared us out, but that's fine. So now we can put, where is she? Put Isabel in. Put a few more people in as well. Let's put another slinger in. Yeah, arbalest. Forager I'm not too bothered about. Alchemist, set a unit's power equal to the unit's power on the left. Oh, that could be useful. Alright, we'll chuck one of those in too. That'll do. So did I miss something down here then? Yeah, here, point of interest. I wonder if it's back at the village. Yeah, okay.
At first, the peasants were glad to see the soldiers. But their joy quickly turned to anger when they found Meave had decided to return only half the recovered supplies.
And for the Queen to stoop so low! So low! Good folk! Starving good folk! Ugh!
Meave refused to argue with the villagers. Yes, justice was on their side. But in times of war, justice counts for little.
Yeah, well, sorry guys, that's how it's going to go.
Half your coin is just as much a thief as one who takes it all.
I can take all of it if you like.
These words well.
Was there anything down here, or are we crossing the bridge now? Looks suspicious, doesn't it? Let's go have a little look. Oh, can't go down here. Okay.
Meave's mount reared and flattened its ears, spooked for no visible cause. Trusting in animal instinct, Meave jumped to the ground and felt tremors under her boots. At first they were faint, barely palpable, then grew stronger and stronger.
What's going on?
Meave cried.
Why does the earth tremble?
Before anyone could respond, a scout from the forward guard let out a terrified cry. A moment later, snapped trees crashed down around them, and out of the woods came a 30-foot-tall stone giant.
Gods,
Whispered the Queen.
what is that?
A golem,
Isabel whispered back.
favourite servant of Nilfgaardian mages.
As if to confirm his words, soldiers marched out from behind the giant, clad in heavy black plate. Their leader, however, wore but a light tunic, and his hands glowed with a strange blue light.
Dithen Quan Illyrian!
He shouted, giving the order to attack.
Gloire and Ard Feyin!
Yeah, well, we'll see about that, pal. Alright, what do we got here? Story battle, special, short battle, optional, eliminate or break. The first Nilfgaardian invasion was eventually repelled due in large part to the aid of mages and sorceresses who tilted the scales in the North's favour. In preparation for the next war, the Emperor devoted greater resources to Nilfgaard's own school of magic in order to diminish the Nordlings' advantage. Before long, new recruits began to appear in the Imperial Army's ranks, over a dozen, all unwaveringly obedient and made of solid rock. 50, huh? Okay. the Colossus of Nazair. Okay, just one round. Okay, let's have a look here. So we've got these chaps down, nothing up here, just 3 cards, huh? Okay. Let's change that. That could be interesting. Infiltrator, yeah, I'll keep one of those. Cavalry I'm not bothered about. Black Railer, yeah, okay. Decoy will change. Isabel. Boost allies at random by the total damage taken during this battle. Not sure it should be too useful in this battle. I think we need to be doing more damage, really. But points might come into it, so let's leave her in. Gascon, you can go. Yeah, I can do a bit of damage there. Alright, let's give that a shot. Okay, no ability to deploy, spawn 2 lesser golems. I wonder if just evening those out straight away would help, you know. I wonder. No, let's leave them as is, I think. So what should we start with? Let's just start with... yeah, Slinger, we'll just...
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
do some damage to them. There we go.
My spirit's willing and how, but
Okay.
these damn boots are killing me.
I live to serve.
There's Old
Mom,
Bricks, that's optional.
Break the mage's spell, and the golem's power will wane to naught.
Every turn on turn start, damage the highest enemy unit by the power of the lowest unit in the opponent's hand. So it's going to be 3 each turn, isn't it? I would like to destroy him, because that's going to be rather annoying. So let's make a start on that. Let's keep going strong. Okay. What the hell was that? Dark Ritual. Boost Oldbrick and the enemy in your opponent's hand by 1, then spawn a base copy of this card. So it's just going to get that every turn, is it? So it's raised her, so he's going to do more damage now. Yeah, we got to take this guy out. How best to do that? Yeah, I would like to get him up there because he can get a nice big boost. So I'll better do that now before we take too much damage off him.
We got a job to do.
It's not ideal. It's gonna, yeah, old Nickers here is going to take a bit of a beating for a while.
The mage! Kill the mage!
Okay, I'm trying.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Ah, it didn't work. That's not cool. So how am I going to do this now? Let's get Railer out.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Use the ability. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I could use this, actually. Would that do it? Yeah, it might. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. Got him.
Euclid, it worked!
Easy enough.
Raising her shield against the whistling rain of arrows, Neve fought her way towards the Nilfgaardian mage leading the attack. At close quarters, magic arcana would stand no chance against a well-swung blade. Neve roared, delivering a powerful blow. Her blade severed the mage's aorta, and drowning in his own blood, he fell to the ground. He choked out by way of last words. Then the blue aura coming from his hands flickered out, and the stone giant thundered to the ground in pieces. When the dust of the battle had settled, the Queen ordered her men to search the Nilfgaardian camp. In the mage's tent, they found a rare instrument used to communicate at a distance, a megascope. The crystals encrusted in its brass frame were still warm, meaning it had recently been used to conduct a conversation. The burning question was, with whom?
Isbel!
Yelled the Queen. The mage dutifully came closer.
This device. Could you activate it?
Yes, Your Grace. But are you sure?
I am. Get to work.
Isbel nodded, then began calibrating the magic device. Finally, something clicked. A light flickered on, and before me eyes appeared the outline of a Nilfgaardian general.
Cool.
Speak common, please. I know not your tongue.
Oh, forgive me. I thought I spoke to someone else. Good to see you in good health, Queen. Or ex-Queen, I suppose, would be the more apt title.
Instead of fretting so much over my title, give yours.
Of course. Where are my manners? Duke Adel Ebdahi, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. I believe you've heard of me.
Nope, can't say I heard of
No.
you.
This is the first time I hear the name Ardel. Ardel what?
I see you've a poor mind for names. Perhaps you should ask your son. He knows me very well.
Whoreson.
Oh, what was I thinking? You're not on good terms, are you? Such a sad story. But don't worry, it'll soon be over.
Is that a threat?
Sounded like one.
No. A simple prediction. Enough of this. Why use this megascope? What is it you want?
I wanted to see the man who's butchering Edirn, tell you I shall never surrender. Curiosity, my only reason. Yeah.
I wanted to see the man who's butchering Edirn. The man responsible for the deaths of thousands of women, elders and children.
Then your desire has been satisfied. It was I who gave the order to cleanse this land of unwanted elements, to prepare it for settlement, for...
Unwanted elements? Those are living folk you speak of.
If you were to look at this war in historical perspective, considering the wider geopolitical context, forget it. It's impossible for you to grasp. Farewell, Your Majesty. Or rather, till next time. For there will be a next time, I assure you.
A
Bloody well
quiet
hope
fell
so.
over the tent. The Queen stepped outside, squinted her eyes against the glare of the burning fields, and swore to herself that when she did see Grand Chancellor Adel Ebdahi again, he would be a whole head shorter.
Ooh, cool. Alzur's Thunder. Let's have a look at that first. Just before we sign off for the day. Okay, where are you? There you are. Damage a unit by 10 and units adjacent to it by 5. Well, I rather like that. So let's swap out. Might be time for the Elf and Onion Soup to go, you know. No, Lyrian Horn, you can go. There we go. Alright.